Homemade whipped cream is one of those things that is astoundingly easy to make. As long as you have the right tool, one ingredient, and a little bit of know-how, you can whip up homemade whipped cream in just minutes. Today, I'm going to show you how to do it. Hello and welcome to I Wanna Cook. My name is Chef Matt, and this channel is all about helping you become a better cook no matter what skill level you're at in the kitchen. And yes, today we are making homemade whipped cream. It is so simple. Now, I probably don't have to tell you the merits of whipped cream. I mean, the stuff is delicious. It's pillowy and creamy and sweet, and you can use it on anything from desserts to coffee. Now, when you think whipped cream, you probably think something like this in a can or maybe in a tub that you buy at the store. And that's fine. This stuff is okay. I use it regularly, but truly there is nothing like homemade whipped cream. And this stuff has a lot of extra things that maybe you're not so unsure of. Like, for example, the ingredients listed here is cream, that's good, but it's also got water, corn syrup, mono and diglycerides, something that I can't pronounce called carrageenan, and then nitrous oxide as the propellant to make it foamy. Well, when you make whipped cream at home, you only need one ingredient: heavy whipping cream. You can find this in the store, usually along with the milk. You'll want to buy whipping cream or heavy cream, and don't try to get anything non-fat. See, to make whipped cream, all you're simply doing is aerating cream, and that just means forcing air into it. That's what's going to allow it to puff and expand to get nice and creamy. Just think of the little molecules in this cream as little balloons, and what you're doing is you're forcing air into those little balloons, and thus you are blowing them up and getting nice whipped cream. So this is the one main ingredient for whipped cream. You can also add sugar. You can also add some vanilla extract for a little extra flavor and sweetness. Now let's talk tools. At its most basic, all you need is a whisk. But this is the manual way, and it's really not that easy. You'd be whisking for quite a bit of time, and it takes quite a bit of effort and stamina to make whipped cream like that. You can do it. I've done it. But again, it's not the easiest method, and not everybody has the stamina or patience to whip cream using just a whisk. A better and easier method is with an electric mixer, and using an electric mixer, it only takes about a minute. Now, you can use something like a nice KitchenAid with a big balloon whisk that will whip this stuff up in no time. Or you can also use a hand mixer or a stand mixer. And this also gives me an opportunity to show off my latest thrift store find that we are going to use to make homemade whipped cream today. Check this guy out. This is a vintage Hamilton Beach stand mixer. I got this at the Goodwill for about $13. It actually has two bowls. This is the smaller one. And check this out. This is, they truly don't make them like this anymore. This is made in America. Just like that. It's even got a little cool mixing guide here at the bottom. So yes, we're going to use this vintage mixer to make some modern whipped cream. Now, no matter what you use to make whipped cream, whether it is just a balloon whisk, a KitchenAid, or something old like this, here's a pro tip. Freeze or refrigerate the bowl and the beaters ahead of time. You want everything to be really, really cold. So make sure that your cream is just out of the fridge, and either refrigerate the bowl and the beaters for 2 hours ahead of time, or about 5 to 10 minutes in the freezer. That's going to get them nice and cold. You need everything to be cold because heat is the enemy of whipping cream. If it gets heated, then that cream risks falling apart. So I'm going to grab my bowl and the beater out of the freezer, and we are going to make whipped cream. It really only takes about a minute. So here we go. I'm going to use about a cup of heavy cream, and this is going to about double in size. So we're just going to pour this in here. Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. And then you will want to mix on high. So let's fire this thing up and see how it does. And we're just going to let this mix away. You want it to get nice and puffy, but you don't want to overmix. If you overmix, you're going to get butter, and we're not going to make butter today. We've been beating for about a minute here. I'm just gonna kind of test the consistency. Yeah, it's getting nice and creamy. This needs a little more time. Now, if you don't have like a KitchenAid with a balloon whisk that's rotating, you'll notice that I had to kind of rotate this because we want everything to get nice and mixed together. That's tasting really good. Now, I want sweetened whipped cream, so I'm gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar. You could also use confectioner's sugar. You could use honey. Again, vanilla extract is really good. We're just gonna whip this more and let this get nice and puffy. Just go to the consistency that you like. I think we are about done. Yes, look at that. See, we have the, you can see on the beaters, these are called peaks. And this means that our cream is nice and fluffy and it kind of has enough structure to hold itself together. My friends, I don't mean to be a glutton, but I could probably just like sit here with this bowl and eat this whole thing alone. It is so good and it's so simple. We used 2 ingredients for this. We used cream and we used a little bit of sugar. Look at this. This is beautiful. No, I'm not gonna eat this just alone, although I probably could. I'm kind of partial to dipping cookies in whipped cream. This is a gluten-free cookie, by the way, that I found at the store. It's really good. And it's even better with whipped cream. Homemade whipped cream. So that is how to make your own whipped cream, again, using just really 1 or maybe 2 basic ingredients. You don't need to have that canned stuff. You don't need to squirt anything out of a bottle. If you have cream and a mixer, you can make whipped cream at home. I hope you try this. Give it a shot. Tell me what you think. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Thank you for watching. My name is Chef Matt. This is I Want to Cook. Thank you for subscribing. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so glad that you're here. If you were here, I'd invite you in and give you some cookies and whipped cream. If you have any questions or any comments or maybe a request on something you'd like to know how to make, put that in the comments below and maybe I'll get to it on a future episode. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I hope that you want to cook.